I'm Angelina Lee. I'm here with two of our women's basketball players here at Northwestern State University, Miss Vernell Atamah and Nia Valentine. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having us.
How are y'all doing?
We're doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. School's been going good. Midterms, how was that?
It was good.
Yeah.
School.
Yeah.
It's school at the end of the day. You know?
Right. My first question I've got is, I want you to walk me through preseason. So what does training look like during that time?
You want to start?
Yeah, I'll start. As like somebody who's like new here, obviously, like this is her second year here. This is my first year. So it was definitely like different. When we got here, we kind of hit the ground running. Wasn't really too much of an ease into it. But it was good though. It definitely prepared us for this upcoming season that we just had.
Yeah. So throughout that time, have any players stepped up to kind of lead y'all through training?
I think our upperclassmen really stepped up during the preseason. They were leaders. They were vocal leaders. They were encouraging. And yeah, they really helped, especially the underclassmen, each other, just kind of like stick together through the hard preseason.
Yeah. So and that carried into the season and games and stuff. Was it the same people?
There are some more people that kind of got into that leadership role, but it's good that we're adding more people to that leadership role. And everybody kind of grew. I guess we learned from the preseason, and we definitely carried that onto the court.
Yeah, what are those traits that those people have whenever they step up?
They're very confident in what they say. Obviously, if you're going to tell somebody to do better, or you're going to tell or encourage somebody, you yourself have to, have those qualities. They were really, they were listening to coaches. They're very coachable. They're very encouraging. They were very confident. They were very just good to be around. What they tell you to do is from the heart, and it just made it better to be around.
Mm-hmm. So you guys just kind of do your best to encourage each other and just kind of be there for one another. I feel like every time I see you guys out around, you guys are always together. It's like the same ones, and y'all always are having so much fun.
No, I just literally talked to her before we walked in. I was like, long time no see. It's been since we've been off, since the season's ended, we've obviously been coaches kind of giving us some time off, obviously, and so we've been taking full advantage of that, obviously, because we've been with each other every day since July. So it was a joke, long time no see, hey, how you doing? Or whatever. So. Yeah.
So it's kind of turned into a sisterhood a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what makes a team healthy. Having good team chemistry reflects on the court, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that it reflects very heavily for y'all. I mean, it's something that is so noticeable. Do you guys think that has has kind of led y'all to be more successful?
I think that I think we've grown as a team for sure. When we first started our first game in the season until our last game in the tournament, we've definitely, I think if you watched us this past season, you've definitely seen that growth and maturity and that camaraderie and come togetherness as a team. You've just seen it build and build on each game. So I think definitely we're much closer, and you can tell that on the court.
Yeah, for sure. So Nia, you've gone through the transfer portal before, mm-hmm. And you eventually found your way here to Northwestern State. Why NSU?
That's a good question. It just felt like when Nims and them reached out to me in the portal, it just felt like the right move. How people say when you know. It just felt like when I had a conversation with her and her staff, and I got here and met V and the rest of the team, it's just, you can just feel it. It feels like, this is where I'm supposed to be at, and then it ended up being the right decision. Yeah.
So for both of y'all, how has attending Northwestern's a little bit of a smaller university? How has attending a smaller university kind of shaped your athletic and your academic career?
For me, I would say the community played a big part of it. Usually, where a place is really big, you don't really get to know everybody. You just meet the people you're around. But here it's everybody's a whole, everybody's one, everybody has each other's back. Even off the court, we have people supporting us when they see us outside of campus or whatever. They still say hi, they still talk to us, and it's just something I personally haven't experienced, especially being from Dallas, where of course Dallas is a big city. and it's just it's really heartwarming, to know people have your back like that.
To piggyback on that, like the community is so like they're very invested in like with our group of people that followed us. They're called Anna's Army, but they were very invested in us this past season, and they're just always doing things for us, and that is one of like the pros in my opinion of being at like a smaller university.
Yeah. So I want to talk about you being Player of the Year now. What, in kind of deciding who that was, I'm sure you didn't know going into the season, I'm going to be Player of the Year this year. You might have thought about it, right? That's might be a goal that you guys set. But what do you think the qualities of that player are?
I think those qualities are really just, that's a good question. I think those qualities are just, performing when you need to. Are you there for your team when it counts? And I think I've grown in that area for sure. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I've definitely grown in that area, and it's still kind of not real to me that I want it. But I definitely think like you have to be able to perform, help your team out when they need it the most. So.
Yeah. So walk me through that moment whenever you kind of realized you were that material.
It didn't seem real. I can't even lie. Like, I was kind of shocked because like there's other really good players here in our conference that's been here for longer than I have. But it was just like, I don't know. I was just kind of, I guess, happy to get that recognition. And I was just grateful, really.
Yeah, for sure. Who was the first person you told?
First person I told?
Mm-hmm.
Probably Naya. Actually,
really?
Yes.
So how close are the two of y'all?
You want to answer?
I would say we're pretty close,
Yeah.
She's always been in my ear, like, but she's been calling me Player of the Year really this whole season.
Literally, like about after the third game.
Really? Like, so you knew?
Like I told her, like, nah, like if you keep it up, like you definitely have a real shot. Like, and I'm gonna look for you. Like,
What made you think that then?
Just, I mean, like obviously, if you watch this play, you gotta play her. Like, you can't not play her. So like,
right.
she's definitely like was our best player this past year. And so that I'm just here to like shore up on the end and help out. So I think you had to play her. So like, and I quickly noticed that you realize that when you play with each other and stuff. So I just told her, like, keep being aggressive, keep being, can't nobody really play you like that. So just keep being aggressive. I'm going to find you when you're open, you miss a shot, so what, keep playing.
Right. So you encouraged her from then on.
For sure.
Yeah, y'all, so the team chemistry is like high. And this is with everybody. This isn't just the two of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's, like I was saying earlier, that says so much, and I think that really shows who y'all are. So how would, in y'all's words, who are the Demons?
That's another good question.
You got it.
All right. I would say like, that's a really good one. After the season, like looking back, I would say we're gonna always have each other's back. We're gonna play hard and play defense. And like we're not gonna shy away from the moment. Like we're gonna always give you our best shot. Now it might not always work out like that, but we're gonna try. Like we're gonna definitely like play hard, and you're gonna get our best shot. And if you beat us, you just happen to, and it's gonna be a hard battle though.
Yeah.
I would say the Demons are definitely relentless. We definitely have each other's back. We're just a team that just wants to win, and we try to do that to our best ability. And we're just, again, relentless. Yeah.
So relentless.
Relentless
That's
is a good word. Yeah.
That's a good one. All right then. So my last couple of questions. What are the lows and the highs of the season for y'all?
I guess I'll start with the lows. The lows at first, again, during the preseason, whole new team, really. Just everybody just trying to get to know each other. We have a lot of different personalities on the team. that may seem weird to some people at first. That part, just trying to learn and understand each other, was probably the hardest part, or the lows of the season, which again was like when we first met each other. And then off of that, however, I would say the pros is that we've learned to kind of like accept each other for like each of our own like different personalities and the way we express ourselves and everything like that. We just kind of learned to like be more together because of it. We understand like not everybody's the same, and it kind of makes like games, practices especially, just really joyful, because it's like you really don't know what to expect. One person could just make everybody laugh, and then somebody quiet could say something loud and it'll be funny. Like it's just kind of like just mixed very well as the season went on. So that's definitely one.
Emphasis on like you really don't know what's gonna happen like when you show up each day, like because somebody quiet could say something really like loud, or like you hear them, it's like, oh,
like what? What's an example?
Well, I don't know off the top of my head, but it's been some like people have said some funny things. There's been like, oh, I didn't know you were that funny, like you know,
yeah, right, like unintentionally.
Yeah, like unintentionally.
That's the
funny.
best kind of humor, though.
That's the best one though. Like it's just they'll say something funny and be like, like you know, like, and it just be funnier than you come to practice, and it's just like the ones that are always like goofy, funny, or doing something crazy is always like a little TikTok or something before we got to get out there, like just little stuff like that.
I'll say before the game, I hear a lot of Lotto playing. Is what's the deal? Do we love Lotto on the team?
Oh, of course. But I personally think Michael Jackson is our number one artist.
Yeah,
oh, really?
She loves Michael Jackson.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yes. I feel like that's an answer you don't hear. What song?
A song from Michael Jackson? Wow.
She likes all of them.
Wow. That's hard.
She likes Beat It. She likes Don't Stop Till You Get It. She likes that one too.
Yeah.
Liberian Girl, don't forget that one.
Yeah, she likes all of them, really. She really just likes them.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Honestly, respect for that.
Right, like that's not a bad artist.
Oldies, goodies, right? Okay, so game day sounds are definitely Michael Jackson and Lotto for sure. Is there any more?
So like
so
different opposite.
The two different.
Like that is such like so different opposite things.
For sure.
But I would throw in like you gotta throw in the young boy. We're in Louisiana.
Of course, yeah.
Maybe the occasional Boosie.
Right.
Louisiana gotta keep.
You gotta represent for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been great having Nia and Vernell on today's episode. If they've taught you anything about Northwestern State athletics, is that they're relentless no matter what. I'm Angelina Lee with NSU-TV News, and we'll catch you next time for another episode of More Than a Game.